Thank you very much for your participation throughout the day. A big thank you to all our panelists, all our speakers for sharing their knowledge, experiences throughout their journey. And the whole point of today was not only to be a starting point to build the wave that is coming in Africa in fintech and innovation in the space, but also as a precursor to the October event that will be happening a little bit later in the year, which is a hybrid event. And I will allude and share some more information around it in a little while. Doctor, maybe a few closing words from you on how you felt and where the festival went and where it's going to take us from here.
Yes, thank you very much, Michal, and everyone that has been involved with today's event. It's been a wonderful event. It's met all my expectations, and I've also gotten very, very positive feedback from friends who joined from across the globe. Particularly from African countries. So I'm really very happy with the outcome, and I think it's going to make a lot of impact, in the fintech ecosystem in Africa and from Africa to other parts of the world. A lot of the critical issues that were required were touched, areas of particularly the last one on talent, the digital transformation in banks, the digital financial services or digital, that is really digital financial education that is really, really very, very important, for Africa. Part of the mark that was made by Mauritius Smith about the large number of Africans that are still financially, excluded. So I believe that with all the recognition that have been made today, we are in for a good thing in terms of actualizing it. Like you said at the beginning, this is not just a talk shop. There are going to be action points that we're going to follow up through. And I'm sure by the time we are even meeting in October in Mauritius, there will be a lot of development that would have arisen from some of the things that have been discussed today. So I thank everyone that have been involved. It's been a very, very exciting day. I really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward eagerly to meeting everyone again in Mauritius when we do the proper 3 days African FinTech Festival. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your kind words, Doctor. And thank you once again for the support of the African FinTech Network. I think, from the start of our journey together and Mauritius participating along with the other 32 African countries, we're moving from not just talking about things on the continent, but true and proper open collaboration. And the key thing, the underlining issues or challenges or with deliverables that have come through from today for me have been action. We have, everybody can talk a big game and everybody can tell us the theory, but without execution, we won't see the changes that we want to see. So the message and some of the takings for me from throughout the day have been, the topics were very relevant. The feedback has been good, and we love to hear from all the participants on what we can do better. We always live and learn. That's the point of life in general. But for us, it's how can we make this relevant for you, and how can you be part of this journey together with us in making sure that the innovations, the challenges that face the continent as a whole, we can work to address those. Because yes, in some cases, there's quite a few business opportunities, but also it's the business opportunities that empower people and give them an opportunity in their daily lives. So a big thank you once again to the African FinTech Network for entrusting Mauritius to host this edition. It's a little bit different this year, but I think COVID has made these times a little bit different across the board. A big thank you to all the speakers, to all the participants, to all the stakeholders, and to the organizing team. I know there's been a lot of 16 to 18 hour days. I know that probably there's going to be some complaints at the labor courts working overtime, but there was so many people involved in putting this together, ladies and gentlemen, that if I had to thank not only the organizations, but also the individuals, we would be here till 2022. And I can't highlight enough the importance of collaboration, working together and making this a success, because this isn't a success for just 33 African countries, just associations, just corporates, just governments. This is a success story, and we for Africa as a continent, and also we want to keep highlighting these successes in the future so that we can unblock the constraints by working together. So a big thank you for me personally, a big thank you you from MAFH, a big thank you from Mauritius, a big thank you from the African FinTech Network, and a big thank you to everybody for making this a reality. Now, very briefly, as has been promised and in keeping with the time, because the one thing that we have been really, really good at, and I'm really proud, and the technology allowed us to do that, is to be very timeless in terms of making sure everything runs as smoothly as possible. So just to give everybody a little bit an overview of what is happening in October. So the 13th to the 15th of October later this year is the, excuse me, the hybrid event. You're more than welcome and invited to join us in Mauritius. There will be a physical aspect to it. As was mentioned in the openings, Mauritius borders are opening up in October. Please visit the EDB, the Mauritius EDB Economic Development Board website for any travel arrangements that you might want to have, and use this opportunity to network with people from all over the world, but more specifically, people from Africa. You know, we've got already confirmed delegations from countries such as Nigeria, Egypt, South Africa, Kenya, and all over the continent. And the point, once again, is not for us just to have a networking session and spend some time in God's gift to mankind from a venue perspective, but also to start the real conversations that need to be started in order for us to execute on what we talk about and therefore deliver what we want to see and the change. So 13th to 15th of October, as was mentioned, if you believe that you'd like to add some value from a speaker side, you're more than welcome to reach out and contact us. If you would like to join us from a participant side, if you're a university, if you're a corporate, if you're a government entity that would like to participate in this, we encourage you to reach out to the team, which is getting a lot of assistance on the ground by the African FinTech Network and the Mauritius EDB in making this a reality. Just to maybe share a story and insight with everybody, last year when we were having this event in May, and obviously due to COVID, we were actually talking to the national air carriers to get more flights into the island, which kind of showed the interest that this topic has for everybody on the continent. So on the 13th to the 15th of October, we will be releasing all the details very shortly. Everything has been put into place. But once again, an action point from our side is please get involved. We cannot do this by ourselves. Only by working together can we achieve this. So once again, from our side, thank you very much for your participation. We look very forward to all the events leading up to the main event in October. We also look forward to handing over the reins to the next African countries, and hopefully we will set a very high bar for the next country to kind of host. But I'm really super excited, A, to once again meet new people from all over the world who will be joining us, but B, getting things done. You know, I've had the privilege and honor of working with a lot of entrepreneurs from various countries in Africa on the ground. And the only difference between this more successful, and success is very subjective, more successful ones, it's not money, it's not who you know, it's action. You get things done. Even if you do things that are wrong and you learn, fail fast, learn from that, it's still a better way than to just talk about it and not do anything at all. So from our side and from the team and from the association, we encourage you to participate. We hope you've learned a couple of things throughout the day. It has been a long day. We've also noticed quite a few people being here for the last 7 to 8 hours. So I know it has been a marathon. I hope it's been worth it. I hope the knowledge, the transfer has happened in real time, and the panels met your expectations. Once again, if you feel that there's any feedback that you'd like to give us, please. The only way we know how to get better is through feedback. And we've received a lot of good feedback, but if you feel we can do something better, we are very open to having discussions. How do we facilitate the discussions for the benefit of everyone moving forward? So feedback is a very critical stage of the entire learning process for us. So please reach out and we will follow up every single lead going forward. So in keeping with the time aspect, once again, Doctor, thank you very much for your time. I know when you did your opening address today, it was 2:45 a.m. in Canada, where you are in at the moment. And thank you to everybody who has made this a really special day for us, a very special day for a number of participants. And we encourage you to action, get things done, get part of the discussions, get part of the executions, and let's be on this journey together of affecting the change in Africa and making a difference on the ground. Thank you once again to my team who have been, hopefully there's not too many legal disputes around the working hours, but without you, this would not have been possible. And a special mention should go to Benazir, our head of marketing, Murray Lowe, and all the support teams and members, Owolabi from Nigeria, the African FinTech Network, for all your hard work, the EDB, and all the stakeholders that have been part of this journey. So reach out to us, give us feedback. We want to hear from you and support us in the journey moving forward. Thank you very much for your participation, and we'll see you shortly in October. We look forward to hosting you then. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job.